Boy, do you know what we're talking about? Hoodie's love, man. Hoodie's love. Hoodie season's over. We still in hoodie season? We still in hoodie season. After everything we've been through, we are still in hoodie season.
They say coming up.
Come on, coach. Put me in. Anyway, y'all, let's get y'all this. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what it is. This is the morning session podcast. Fifth floor, 9th edition, I guess we call this one, season 3. Hi, hold your peace. You know where I'm going with this. Y'all see the title. Y'all already know what I came here for. Today, we are talking about.
So,
A little louder so they can hear it.
well, you gotta tell yourself, well.
Because there's some lazy bum out there who don't know how to sell themselves. And there's some lazy bum out there
I mean, I wouldn't say
and there's some lazy bum out there who don't
get that
understand.
out slide. Get that out slide.
Okay, fine. Go inside. Go with
I'm
this.
just saying, like, just because you can't sell yourself doesn't mean you're a lazy bum. It's just you're not good at it. You just gotta get better. That's why we're the Money Session podcast. We're here to drop you some knowledge. So stay tuned.
We are here to give you some knowledge. First of all, the reason this title exists, this podcast exists, because we usually do live streams on Thursday. The reason one is Thursday is Thanksgiving, and we want you guys to be at home with your families, enjoying a good time. And now we're going to catching this session live. And also tomorrow I'll be going on a field trip, City Boys. Hey, let's go. The City Boys are going on tour. If you don't know, you don't know. And if you know, you know. Simple as that. I gotta say more, do I gotta say less? No, wait. Let's get this shit started. So, the first part of this title is Selling Dreams. I think I've listened to a podcast, Misunderstood. You know what I mean? And like, as somebody who really believes in selling dreams, the conclusion he reached when he heard us say sell dreams, I felt offended by it.
Okay.
So here's what I want to say. I want you to clarify to the people out there what you mean by selling them a dream. And then I'm going to clarify what I mean when I co-sign you saying, and when I say myself, sell them a dream. And then I'm going to go into what you got wrong about selling a dream.
Alright.
And then after that, we're going to talk about selling in general, okay? So,
First of all, what did the person get from the previous time?
no. What do you mean by that? I want to change your answer based on what they say. That's what I'm giving to you.
Nah.
Give it to the audience.
When I sell dreams,
Mm-hmm.
it's like giving hope in places that are hopeless.
Okay.
Alright. So if you what give me a scenario where you sell a dream.
Okay, let's say you and I rap with your friend, you got drafted, and you're getting shot at. Almost everybody's dead. You're the only two left. You don't know how many enemies there are. And the niggas are still shooting your ass. And you look at yourself, you see you got one mag left. The nigga next to you almost out too. What in that scenario, boy? What dream do you sell this boy?
You can go a lot of ways with that one. You know, like you said, a lot of your comrades are already dead, right? So it's like at this point, it's your back against the wall, right? One thing about when you have your back against the wall, the only way you can push is forward. Right? Like you can think about it. How valuable is this war that you're fighting to your life, right?
Don't go there.
No. Trust me. You go there. If you sell it, the dream, everything on the line.
Listen.
What's going on?
The government of America sold us the American dream.
Hey,
In a sense, they stole us a dream.
They sell you
And we-
your dream.
and
You
we
chose
bought
to
into
buy
it.
that
We
dream.
bought into it.
Alright, that's your fault.
No.
That's your fault. They could sell it.
No. Stop
They could sell it, but you could sell it for a lousy buyer. That's what it is.
Listen. I know where you go with this, but listen. We cannot blame the people who buy the dreams that we sell. And I do not want you to blame them right now because there's a reason why I want you to not blame them.
Damn it. I'm gonna sell it. That's what you say, right? My goal is to sell you a dream. And that's my aim. I'm gonna sell you the dream. That's my only objective, to sell you the dream.
Okay, let me ask you this. That dream you're selling, do you wish for it to come true? Do you wish for it to become reality when you're selling it?
Really depends.
Okay, and an example when you're selling it to the Muslim bitches and girls. Do you really are going to be trying to get this dream to fruition? You know, when you said that dream.
What is my objective? Like, if like this dream never come true, will I still achieve my objective?
Let's say you saw her a dream of X, and what you want is between 0 and X, which means
Regardless of whether you
get to the dream as long as you pass X.
as long as I see what it's zero.
No. So let's say your dream is 0.5, and her X is the dream you're telling is 1. So you win as long as you go past 0.5, but you're selling 1. So to that point, after you pass 0.5, you're still trying to get them to the 1.
It really depends.
On what?
To some extent, say I wanna fuck up with you. I'll take it to the 36.
Oh God, where are we going with this? Go.
If I wanna do a one hit wonder, then I'm gonna do a one hit wonder. But anything past that, it's like, man, it is what it is.
Okay. So to you, when you're selling a dream, you're selling a hope, you're selling a destination, and depending on your feeling, your objective at that point, after you get to what you want, you will proceed to fulfilling the dream or allow the dream to become the worst nightmare. Pause. Basically.
Yeah, you can do that.
Now, folks, when I see in front of you, stand in front of you, I don't know whatever position I am in front of you, and I look you in the eye and I'm telling you to sell someone a dream. I am not, no mean, telling you niggas to go. Because that's what this nigga got.
Oh no, I never say.
No, exactly. We never ever said to go in live.
Stay true to yourself.
Exactly, bro. Stay true to yourself.
See, the thing about life is, you will get caught up one day. Don't be going around and tell me you got Lamborghinis, you got Bentley, damn well you live in your boom basement and shit. Like, why did you say I wanna come over? What you gonna say? Not tonight.
Exactly. Because this boy, like, here we preach toxicity, right? We also preach hopefulness sometimes, right?
I'm not the most wholesome guy you ever.
Exactly, we're awesome. But at the same time, as much as we will preach toxicity and hopefulness at the same time, we will never be advocate to lie when you're selling somebody anything. Whether you're selling yourself, selling them a dream, selling them a product, selling them a company, selling yourself as anything you want in life.
How important is that person that you wish to put where you have to life?
Regardless of how important that person
See, the thing is, I personally have zero fuck up person. So, if you think I'm gonna lie to you, sugarcoat some dumb shit just to make you feel better, you're a dumbass. Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, so now we'll clarify that we do not, when we say sell y'all a dream, we do not tell y'all to go lie to anybody. Allow me to proceed to tell you what I mean when I say sell a dream. When I say sell a dream, I am advocating for the sweetest extension of what is possible in this life. I'm asking you to dig into the future, there's this term I learned from a YouTube, not a YouTuber, but he posted on YouTube. And he said that if you are borrowing from the future, you are not lying. If you're borrowing from the past, you're not lying. Because usually what people are doing, what people do, is they borrow from the past and the present. But people usually don't borrow from the future. And what I mean by borrow from the future is, let's say you're getting paid X amount of money on Friday. Because you already know what your paycheck is gonna be because of your payroll, right? If you tell a nigga, yo, and you got right now, yo, bro, your account is -1 because you overspent $1. You got to change. And you tell this nigga, yo, I'll pay it back to you by the end of the week. The nigga's like, yo, how you know you're gonna do it? Be like, yo, the money's coming in. I got you. Is you don't like the money's coming in. What you're doing is borrowing from the future. You're borrowing on that paycheck that you're getting that is X amount. And whatever that you are going to transfer the future amount that you can get now in the present and the future, you're paying it back. Now, to set an imposed premium, which is what they took before, right? Let's take that into consideration. Name one day girl with us. Name one day girl with us.
It's the last question,
No. Like a question where you require to sell my dream.
Oh. But you gotta go though.
Hmm?
But you gotta go though.
Why I got it, girl?
Yeah, say you trying to smash.
Mm-hmm.
But she's worried about it for that. You got a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you tell her like, yo, chill, it's cool.
I'm not touching that one. Oh.
Okay.
I'm staying though. Far away from that.
Nah, that's it. How you going?
You see, you should never get to that point. Why does she know you got a girl?
Because it's obvious.
What do you mean it's obvious?
Like, she see you with one, she see you with another. So she know that you got one.
Hold up. She sees you with one, she sees you with another. She think you got one. When you pull up, you gotta be like, no, baby girl. This girl who stuck around to the house, man, they ain't fine. Because remember, I said, boys, we do not claim what is for the streets. So, when you say they ain't mine, they ain't yours. Now, if you're going around claiming them, you can't be saying that because that will be a lie. You gotta go about it a different way.
So,
Be like,
if you claim one, how you go?
if you claim one, you gotta be like, baby, don't worry about that. Because you ain't gotta worry about that. It ain't like that. Because it ain't like that. And my way we're talking about it, it's up to you to choose. Because conversations require understanding and proper communication. The second somebody gives you leeway to be vague, be slightly
Yourself.
the proper word, not to get in trouble, but the second somebody gives you like the freeway to like exaggerate, be vague, and be slightly misunderstandable, like give you a way for you to create misunderstanding and their understanding of what you're saying, you are off the hook in what you say.
That's true. Well, for me, I would say that's a dumb question.
Because
You might not think there's such a thing as a dumb question. So,
no. There's no dumb question. There's no dumb answer.
no, say, okay, say you're a girl and you're asking a stupid question. It is to the first extent.
No. To zero extent because listen.
See, the girl you worry about, that girl you worry about you.
The girl,
What you trying to smash her too? No.
she's trying to make sure you ain't gonna be doing. Okay, listen.
All right.
There's a once a thing, always a thing. Which means if you have a girl right now and you hitting up on her and she wants to be with you.
Why would she wanna be with me? I ain't trying to be with her.
Okay, what if
That's why we're doing this shit.
listen, maybe she don't want to be with you because maybe she have a rule that she don't get with guys with bitches. You know? So she's asking you that question so she know the answers, you know how to deal with you.
Okay. And I guess that's when you pull out the drink.
Yes.
I'm trying to get rich.
Woo!
You know, like,
Oh yeah, don't forget, you're saying you're thinking about what you're thinking out of the word, right? You put it down. It's funny.
see, the thing is, all that is silent. Listen, see,
Everything is in the present tense. Though.
as
Everything in the present tense.
a man, you learn to speak,
Mm-hmm.
control your speech. Don't go too fast. That's how you make mistakes. Women be listening. See, the thing is, it's probably, yo, let's be with you. I'm trying to be with you. I'm serious. You know, I ain't trying to be mean or anything like that, but lately I just kind of catch my vibe. You know, it's been playing me a vibe and I'm feeling it. Nah, do I have a shawty? Yeah. Are we cool? Can get better, but you know, sometimes you're missing something. You should just focus somewhere else. But now you have them. So what's good? Yeah,
What do you do?
yeah. Sometimes you just gotta smooth it out and then let her figure out the answer. You ain't gotta tell her shit, you know. Just give her an idea that you give her the answer, but I ain't never say shit.
Mm-hmm. So also like part of setting a dream is allowing the person enough. There's a thing when you're when you're dating, it's called giving them enough rope for them to hang themselves.
Yeah.
And I want to say I'm using the same line but different. Give them enough rope for them to lie to themselves. You never have to say anything specific. You never have to be the one who lies. All you gotta be is a nigga who allow for the possibility for her to lie to them.
That's the thing about like people, men nowadays, right? They carry the conversation. Nigga, start something and let her finish it. Alright?
To the ball, wait to her.
Yeah, just start something and let her finish it. Let her draw the conclusion. You ain't gotta say shit after that. It's simple, man. Simple. It's like mathematics. Quite simple. It's just numbers.
2 plus 2 is always gonna equal 4, man. Because if somebody asks you a question and you're like, yo, does 2 plus 2 equals 4? Always, but the answer to the question might not be always, you know?
You ain't gotta answer that.
Hey, yo. In the back, we have my good friend Corey, sir. Anything you gotta say to the people about setting people dreams?
I was watching this shit.
Okay, so Corey, sir. How do you go about setting niggas in hoes dreams? Because I think you know how I'm referring to when I say that. He misunderstood the whole idea of setting a dream. Because I saw he was explicitly lying to the guy. No. Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
Because you remember what I said when I said that shit, I have to say it. But this is not how you do it. We gotta talk about this shit. You can't be out here lying to them.
Lying to girls.
Yeah. They can lie to themselves, but like you don't go lying to them. So let me ask you, how do you lie to them? But how do you allow them to lie to themselves?
So that's a better way of stating it. Bro.
Yeah. That's part of the second dreams, you know?
Bro, we don't, bro. We lit, bro. We're good. I don't lie to girls. I just tell them my version of the truth. You know, and then they can believe that if they want to. I'm not gonna like. It doesn't make any sense to essentially lie to girls because they lie to themselves every day. You know, so I just tell them what they want to hear, basically. Funny bro. This man, I just saw this man upstairs. I can't say that H word, but he's like a kite. You feel me? So I can't say that. Will it, he lit. Will it? That's a joke.
Yeah, right. So we're going to go. Let me answer this. So you're a brain you get in the car, yeah?
Come on, get it TV, bro.
I'm gonna get it.
No, bro. You know what I hear you, bro. Get it right here. Come on, TV, bro. Go. Yeah. We lit.
I don't think we're gonna get to this whole selling part of this thing. Let's go. Somebody go over here. That's why you look for the camera, man. Let me answer this, man. Do you be any hoes and bitches in them? Any house?
I get hoes in university.
Do you get them in general?
Like, you know, my child life, bro? Bro, that's a fucking big question, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say, so, bro, I remember, bro, let me just high school was fucking fire. High school was fire. Like, I get hoes, like, as we say, me and Wally, bro, we fucking pussy magnets, bro. Swear to God. And, bro, when I came here, bro, in like,
Don't say the other school, that's the only thing.
that's the thing. Well, you know,
When you pull up here,
when I pull up, when I came to some new environments, bro, that shit lame, bro. Like, ain't no fucking girls, like, and we just go to nightclubs and parties, and just hook up, bro. That's it. We get numbers and shit. I'm just talking to some hoes, and yeah, bro. That's the thing.
so let me ask you.
So,
When you're out there partying and like getting them digits, sliding them with the bathrooms and shit, enjoying a good life, do you sell the poetry? Don't even get something. What? We're affiliated.
bro, this podcast gotta be fire, bro. Do whatever you want. It's be fire. I mean,
3 times.
next time we put up hosts, bro, you know what I'm saying? We bring the host here, bro. Then the podcast is gonna bring more people.
We need to bring Fatima to the podcast.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
There's the girl that's for the team.
She from the team, bro.
She for the
She
squad.
for the squad, bro.
She for everybody.
We love.
I didn't say that I'm
I'm not in the list.
yeah, I'm on the bed.
Yeah, I'm not even on the list too.
But
I'm saying, but we gotta bring her here.
she playing.
She
bro.
playing.
I need her on this podcast.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, bro. We can do like a real life Tinder or some shit.
We're not doing
She
that.
goes like right on everybody though.
Bro, I swear to God, let me say something, bro. I see her more than I see those fucking guys, bro. I swear to God, in the last 2 days, bro. In the last 2 days, bro, I saw her more than I see you guys. That shit funny, bro. Fuck, and I'm like, the fuck you doing here? She like, oh, I'm looking for this and this. Bro, I swear to God, I pulled up to the fucking first floor, I saw a fucking line of people waiting, bro. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? They're like, we're waiting for the next one. I'm like, what the fuck? And then, bro, I saw her getting out of the fucking dorm, and she like, next! And, you know, I was like, hey, yo, reload that shit. She from the G, bro. She from the G.
But I respect it.
I think,
Because there's a lot of girls that
yeah, in order to mention you in
yeah.
his podcast, it means I got some fucking respect.
Like there's a
I
lot of
respect
girls.
your game. I respect your game.
They want to be hoes, you know.
Bro, they respect your game.
They're
Bro,
afraid.
this guy, bro. Oh, let me fucking hide him. This guy, bro, he's the shit. I see him balling, bro, and shit. Wow, bro, this guy's fine. I swear to God. This guy, he balling, bro. Charles, bro, one of the most underrated guys in the fucking party.
Jesus Christ. We had a wonder. Don't say the name of this.
Bro, I've been with him, bro. We ball for like 2 hours, bro. That's fun.
Yeah, I gotta get back. But y'all enjoy this. If y'all
Oh,
are still
okay.
you know.
Now I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I know. Oh shit. But yeah, he's one of the most respectful guys I ever met. Like, I'm telling you, bro. If listen, saint is not a good word, man. I wanna say, bro, if you wanna like see someone, have a friend that like respect women and you know what I'm saying, like he's the first guy, he's giving too much value to the girl. Like I told him last time, I was like, bro, like, this shit good, like, I gotta be like that. He's like, don't worry, bro, I'm teach you and shit. But yeah, bro, learn from this guy, bro. He dope, he dope.
Yeah.
This guy, Wallet, bro, you know what I'm saying? This guy, bro, his palm race is crazy, bro. So, yeah, bro, those guys next to me, bro, those are the G's, man, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for the pep talk, man. Thank you for the pep talk.
So, yeah, guys, I'm going to let you finish this. I'm like, will it, bro? I don't see it.
It's like,
Okay, that was interesting. That was all fun. That was all good. But to go back from that, let's hit them people up with a quote. The quote goes as, and I read. Hold on, let me get this thing situated before I start reading this shit. Okay, so it says, how to sell. You are not trying to convince them of anything. You are trying to show them how you are going to make their life easier. There is no favor involved. It's a win-win for everybody. What do you think of that? Let me make it big for you to see. You
I don't
know,
know. And that's what they say. Why say it's a win-win for everybody?
before you say, they think they're winning.
But you know the truth.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the truth.
Reality is subjective, my friend. Tell me I'm wrong in saying that. Reality is subjective, is it not?
I mean,
So if somebody think they have a good deal, it might be the worst deal ever made in the history of deals, but at the moment, they should walk away from the negotiation thinking they have the best deal ever, you know?
yeah, so I guess, you know, like I said, it's a win-win for everybody. The idea is when you selling, I'm not gonna sell. I'm terrible at this shit. But man, I can sell you this country. Probably by again.
I'm not a good salesman, but man, I can tell you the whole of America. I was stuck in Texas, California, New York, Florida, New York, said that already, and New Jersey,
Wow.
and Carolina.
The thing about a good salesman is he can sell you the shit. Buy it from you for the cheapest price you ever heard. But like, anyway, back to this shit. What is like sales? When you're selling anything, whatever it is, you have to draw a connection with the person that you're selling it to. I think that's one of the steps that most people miss when they're making like sales and stuff like that. They not relate to the person they're selling it to. One thing for sure is fake it till you make it. Okay? I'm gonna sell you this right here. I'm telling you, shit, really nice in your house. You know? Take this for example, you can record your own damn podcast. You know? Hey, it's good, but like I'm using my situation that I'm in right now to sell you something that you will not use in the next 2 weeks or so. But right now, you probably deeming it useful. So I'm just giving it to you like it is right now. Putting you in my shoes, and I'm trying to fit in your shoes to get that situated for you to buy this, because that's what I'm in for. I'm here to sell you this, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to sell you this. I'm not emotional, but I can use my emotion to sell you some shit.
Yeah, I like that. Because I think what the universal law of selling is, when you're selling somebody an item, you usually and rarely will you ever need to sell the person that item.
Yeah.
What you're selling that person is an emotion. And as he said in the quote, it says, you're not trying to convince them to buy the item. What you're doing is trying to show them, trying to get them to feel a certain way. In this case, what the person who said this is, you're trying to show them that buying this is going to make your life easier.
Yeah, it's not value to your life.
Not
You're not selling.
exactly. Like how how much would you pay for your life to be easier?
Yeah, that's basically what it
You
is.
see, exactly. Which means if I tell you that this is gonna make your life easier, I can put any price tag on it.
Yeah.
As long as I can convince you that it will make your life easier, you should be able to willingly buy it of your own free volition and will. It might be you use a piece of junk, but as long as you add value to your life, I can sell it for you for $1 billion, for $1 trillion, for a gazillion, whatever amount of price I want to put on it. That is literally the very premise of the world of art. The art itself, you could buy all the paint and that was needed to make the thing. You can buy all the materials needed to build it for less than $1,000. But yet they should sell it for $5 million. Is the artist done writing? Usually no. If the artist skills, they spend a few years in college, but there are people who never went to college who are better. Just visually speaking, there's better. Is some artists put in it? Some artists are just so skilled, they can draw you something amazing in 5 minutes, and then some are just not that well skilled, but they have the patience, they have the time to do the shit for a whole year to make the best piece of art they possibly can. So what they're telling you when they're telling you that art is not just the combination of the time, skill, and equipment they use for it. That's what I'm going to put it. They're selling you something different. They're selling you a status. They're selling you a feeling. They're selling you something that's intangible. That you can't put an exact price on it. But you know what they're doing? They're like, hey, this could be $1 million, could be $1 gazillion. But there's no quantifiable price for it. So I'm willing to sell it for you for X. That is way more than it should ever cost. But in your thinking of the item, you'll buy it because compared to what it could be worth to you, or what it is worth to you, X is basically small.
Yeah, pretty much.
So don't be out there telling niggas facts. Don't be out there. Especially, bro, you can tell niggas facts. Never, ever try to tell the whole facts. Never. Bro, I don't care if the fucking engineer. I don't care what shit is. You do not sell her facts. That is not how you sell. No, bro.
Hey, you gotta know your audience, bro. You gotta know your audience.
Okay. Let me say this. For the majority, you will never truly win by selling post facts.
Yeah, don't say you never.
You will never.
You gotta know your audience.
For the majority, you. But listen,
I agree to some extent. It's the part where you say never.
Okay, never say never. When I say never, almost always. Okay. Never say never, because there's always an exception to the rule.
Yeah,
I should know for sure.
you really gotta know your audience because some of them smell bullshit from a mile away. Alright? But like the thing is, even though they smell the bullshit, when you tell them the truth, they just fell for it. So it's like I didn't even have to try it out.
Bro, all I'm saying listen though. You will always find it will always be better for you to catch fish with bait, with live bait, than with fake ones. In that situation, the fake one is the facts. The live one that we go around, that's the dream you're selling. Selling the dream, selling the emotion will always guarantee the fish.
Yeah.
The fake bait, it works. But the percentage of it working is usually less. So what I'm telling them about that is, when you're selling something, attack the emotions. That's where the money is at.
That's good. I decided an opportunity for that.
Because you're going with facts.
Nah, there is emotion.
Oh, okay, let me ask you this. When you said you weren't using emotion, you were using your emotion or were you not using their emotion against them?
A little bit of both. Yeah.
You see?
I was in the pain, right? And I don't know. Sometimes, right? You get it's not like you get too close or you comfortable. Yeah. So
Then you yourself said never get too comfortable.
that's what I said. I miss out on an opportunity.
You gotta.
That's what happens when you're comfortable.
That's what happened when you don't follow your own advice.
No, that's when I learned the advice.
Oh,
Don't get comfortable.
okay.
That's it.
Don't get comfortable.
Yeah.
Now we'll touch on how to sell to in gathering. Let me get to y'all on how to sell in general. And good related to life a little bit, to them guys a little bit, to being in the work market, workforce, trying to get a job. Because some of y'all niggas out there still don't get a job. And we gotta help y'all niggas out with that, okay? So let me put up this first one here. That says to sell. It said during the first 4 seconds, you should show your intellect, enthusiasm, and expertise. What do you say to that when you're selling somebody?
Okay. So when you're selling, it's like I don't know how many seconds it is specifically, but I know like the first 5 to 15 seconds, that person already know whether they're interested in buying. That will apply whether you're talking to a girl, whether you're doing like a job interview, anything, right? It's like the first 15, you only take 15 seconds for you to mess up. That first 15 seconds is it. You can go on and be the best candidate, but that first 15 seconds you messed up, they're gonna judge you on that one more.
That's why I like this. That's why I kind of like it in the same first impressions matter.
Yeah.
Because like it does matter, but to a certain extent. I like what you're saying because what they're saying here is when you first pull up, before you even start attacking the emotions, you need to make yourself credible enough.
Yeah.
Because listen, no matter how good the dream you're selling is, if the person in front of you don't believe that you can accomplish that dream, they're not gonna buy it.
Oh yeah, confidence is
No, it's not even about confidence.
not like you
It's
need
about
that
expertise.
too. You need that too. Like confidence. You need confidence. Because the second you open your mouth, then they feel it. They feel it. They like this. Hey, alright.
I'll give you that.
Say the product is good, right? But you're not gonna sell it. That person can manipulate the price and get it to their advantage instead of you manipulating the person to buy the price that you want them. See, the thing is, you always gotta lead because you the salesman.
Yes and no.
Why?
Okay, remember the analogy of the horse? How sometimes you gotta let the horse get ahead of itself? Sometimes when you're in a selling situation, you have to let the person, you have to like this thing I was saying before, you have to let them give, you have to give them the rope they need to hang themselves. Then I tell you this, when you walk to the car salesman, what is the first thing before they start selling the car they ask? What type of car you are looking for?
Yeah.
After you tell them that, that's them giving you rope because if you go ahead and describe an exact car that they like, listen, let's say you're not trying to buy a car, you just want to fuck around, like with the ones. And you go there and you tell them the exact make and model and the price you're looking for. And they have that exact make and model and it's worth like $300 less. You know what he's gonna do? He'll take the price you give him and meet at the set price. There's nothing wrong with that. So, and sometimes you gotta let the person tell you what kind of audience they are, because you said you gotta know your audience, right? And part of knowing your audience is one, you gotta establish your expertise and confidence, and two, you gotta allow them to tell you what they're going for. Because listen. Let's say you come to the dealership, Mercedes dealership, looking for a Honda. That means you probably don't have a Honda. But when they ask them, they go, what are you looking for in the dream car you're trying to buy today? This nigga said, I'm looking for a Hyundai Tucson 2019 or something like that. They don't have a Hyundai Tucson 2019. So what he got to do now is replace the dream car of his with a merged version of it that performs better, looks better, and will give him a better feeling than this Tucson. So after he tells you, oh, this is the car I'm looking for, you gotta be like, hey, why are you trying to get out of the car? Why is this specific car you want? They'll be like, oh, I think it look really cool, the make it model, yada yada, and the reliability factor, and then you can hit them up with the facts. Or better yet, you can combine the facts and the emotion. Be like, yo, we like a car that's reliable, right? Let's say they want to call, they like the Tucson 2019 because it's the most reliable car. You know, that was 2019, we're in 2022. And the newest making model we have now, the Mercedes-Benz Flagrantry 2469, it has a better performance rating than the Tucson 2019. It looks better, it performs better. And bro, think about the bitch you would be cool with a band than a Tucson. Think how cool you look when you pull up to your college with a band. Think of all the admiration of your friends you get when you pull up in that Tucson. You basically get in the car, automatically. You know? You just went from the facts and you pull the guy right into the emotions. And when you do that, they're like, you know, I never thought of it like that. Because what you're trying to do is not change your mind, but the perception when you're selling something. That's why which one I say this, honestly. Practice opening thingy. Okay, 9. And this one right here, number 9 says, practice your opening and make a connection with the customer. You can't make a connection with the customer unless you know about the customer.
Yeah,
That's the part where you have to let the customer tell you what.
And that's where the emotion part. You show them how you relate to them, you know. Like you put them in, you put yourself in their shoes, and then you're like, say, like you said, you're selling like bands, and you're like, well, you're in college, you're like 19, 20, right? So you know, like, you trying to flex. You want that flex power when you pull up. So here it is. Like, this car right here, engine, kick it. Here's the key, kick it. You know, like you give him the key and you just let him sit there and like feel it. That's swell. You know, it's like all the textures. That's swell. You know damn well was that person drive this car and get out of it. They don't really care about the car. But like you wanna make them feel it, the connection. When you're inside the car, the quietness, the headroom, the leg space, everything. So it's just like you putting yourself in their shoe and you picture something for them. Even though as you talk to them, you can tell they don't have that conversation. You see?
You know, to the point of what you said right there, I think one of the important things in selling is to show and not tell.
Yeah, that is true. Like, cause I remember one time I went to the dealership. I had no money, no intention of buying a car. I was just fucking up.
I do that too.
Window shopping or some shit. And he was like, "Cool, I got something for you." Trust me, when I go window shopping, I choose the most expensive shit. He was like, I got the thing for you. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he was like, here's the key. I'm like, what for? I'm not, I didn't say I'm buying it. He's like, nah, we're going for a test drive. And I was like, all right, cool. And then once I get in the car, well smooth, well nice. Like the car was on point, it was tight. And then I got in the car and he started telling me, he's like, turn on the AC. Yeah, you can control the AC on your side. And he started talking well smooth. I'm like, man, this nigga is like trying to get a deal out of me. And I know for a fact I ain't buying shit. Right? Like in my head, I'm like, I'll just listen to you, but like I know for sure I ain't buying. And he was like, yeah, turn on the AC. Oh yeah, you can. so dope.
Facts on that one.
Great. And shit. Anyway. Yeah, it was like, turn on the AC. The radio too, bro. The speaker. It's the new one. I'm like, well, I don't even know shit about speaker, but I'm listening. You know, it's like he's trying to sell you shit you don't even care about.
No, it's not about telling you shit that you don't even care about.
No, like,
It's about intentionally creating a connection between you and car.
yeah,
Like creating this experience.
yeah, like
That's why I said show don't tell.
like you didn't care about it, you didn't know about it, so you never like come to mind.
Yeah.
But like now that you're on the spot, he's using it to his advantage. Like when you're in his car, you know, you turn on your music. The speaker can be blasting. You don't need no boost, no nothing like that. The car come with it. You know, when you pulling up and you just wanna make everybody know that you pulling up. You know, the car come with all that. You ain't gotta buy no extra nothing. You know, it's like he's giving you things that you never expect, and you're like, man, this sounds good for the price. No, you just stupid. But
And I like the fact that you said that because this goes into the whole point of selling. When you're selling, you need to go above and beyond the expectation of what the person is looking for.
yeah,
If you're going for a job and they're looking for an engineer that does X, Y, and Z, my friend, when you pull up, you start with the important and be like, hey, I'm an engineer who can do X, Y, and Z.
like A, B, C, D, F, G.
And let me tell you how A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I know how you do X,
I
Y,
have more
and
value on top of what you need because listen, I'm not just a one-trick pony.
yeah.
A, B, C, D, and G, they will help you gain the company. They will increase. Also, when you're selling, you gotta appeal to the person's needs, and then after that, you go. Because listen, I will never buy a car that has 3 wheels. That is not a want. So in no way, shape, or form when I pull up to the dealership, are you gonna sell me those stupid 3-wheelers? Okay? So don't even try that with me. It will never work. I'll look at your face, I'll listen to you, I'll laugh your ass off. Because that is the absolute requirement. And until you're trying to sell me a car that has 4 wheels and doors, we're gonna have an issue. I'm not buying it. So when you're selling, you got to first deal with the requirements. And then, if you feel like it, well, it would be beneficial if you then go above and beyond to fulfill the wants. Because everybody wants to believe that when they make a deal, that they're getting the best out of it. When you go to a store and you see buy one, get one 50% off, you don't think, oh shit, I'm about to spend 50% more. No, you think, oh shit, I can get something for 50% less. Because listen, people, this also goes to a point where people are more risk averse than they were trying to gain something, because people will feel more pain if they lose $50 than if they gain $100.
Yeah.
So that's like shit. I don't want to miss out on this deal.
Sometimes
You know what?
less is more. It's this and saying like, if you go to the store, they have 50% off, right? You probably, from a buyer standpoint, you probably like, man, this is a good deal. I'm not waiting.
So it's not.
I'm good. I was waiting for this to go on burgers. I was waiting to go on clearance. Now it's finally, hey,
No, hold up. If you're looking into your BOGO, you already wanted to buy 2.
yeah,
But if you then want a BOGO, you saw the BOGO and you're like, oh shit. They got your ass.
yeah,
Hook, line, and sinker.
yeah.
The same way, when you pull up to when you pull up to an employee, you gotta be like, yo, these skills, I already have them. They call mandatory. I'm gonna use those skills to better your life. I'm gonna use those skills to better your company. But guess what? These come free of charge. You get these skills too, you know? When you pull up to the guy, be like, yo, not only you get loyalty, you get love, and you get this, but guess what? You get free trip to Dubai sometimes. You get this and that sometimes. You get foreign kisses and all of them romantic shit sometimes, you know? You go above and beyond when you're selling this shit.
Yeah. See, the thing is, the seller never lose. Never.
No. If someone lose, like you should know this. If someone loses when they cannot sell this, when they cannot sell their inventory, or when they're forced to sell their inventory at a loss, they lose. Okay, because remember the guy who told with me, with the professor with the I can say his name. I went back to the professor with the online company. In the third quarter, we literally had to scrap a few items from our company because nobody wanted that thing, and the longer it stayed, the more money we would have lost because of inventory costs.
Well, that was one of you scrapped that, right?
Yeah, I had to scrap it.
But like one of like for my group, what we did, the one guy didn't sell more like as the other ones, right?
You just lower the price.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, but the thing is like,
But like,
listen, our product was so bad, even at a lower price. You know what I mean? So,
hey,
like,
hey, I don't know what to tell you the situation.
yo, that's what I'm telling you. Like,
Alright, fuck. A good seller never lose. Fuck it.
no, it's about not having a shitty product. Because,
I mean,
listen,
you can have a shitty product.
no.
How you market it make the difference.
When they buy it and they say shit, they're gonna want to reach for it.
No, we.
Okay,
That's a our policy.
then they're never gonna buy from you again. And you just think is, I want loyal returning customers.
That depends on the business, though.
No, all business depends on loyal returning customers.
Some business really just care about you buy. Okay, say I'm selling this product that I know gonna last you 10 years. Do I really care about whether you come back or not?
No,
And the next 2 years I'll be in another business that interests you.
listen. But the thing is, you're not only selling one product. If you're only selling one product, nigga, you're a startup.
This is I just focus on one part.
Okay. Name one of those. Simple product. To survive in this market, you need variety, my nigga.
Nah,
You do.
You will depend on what is. But I cannot come up with like an actual company in my head. But I know for sure there's this company that's that one thing.
Why not one?
And that's
thing?
the thing though. I don't.
They don't exist for the most part.
Hey,
Listen.
Hey, for the benefit of this fucking video, when I get home, I'm gonna do the fucking research and paste it on there.
Okay, fine. Paste it in the comment section.
Yes, I will.
We'll do it first.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you this, no company can survive on one product alone. Unless you're a startup, you need to diversify on your product. Because when you diversify, you increase your income. And once you, like, listen, this is how it goes. You have one product, you create a pipeline for from beginning to end. Then what you do is, from that single product, you create variety branching from that same line of product. Because the companies who create cans, they can't only create the can. So why not create a can and then buy the thing you're gonna put in the can from another company and then stuff it in there, close the can, and sell it on your own. Now you can sell 50 million different kind of cans. But it's one product you sell it.
So
Every product you just sell it once.
not from a business standpoint, I see what you mean, right? But it's always better because you give client options.
Yeah.
And people love options.
It's not even options.
No,
You have less when you diversify, all your eggs are in one basket. And when that's the case, if one basket starts failing or has a hole in it, you sit down the other ones to keep your flow.
yeah, that's the thing.
In that
You
case,
have options, and the client, the customers have options
the
too.
customers are happy. Okay, as my product, the customers are happy for the customers. What I'm
But
saying,
the customers are in the business. They are the reason you created this product in the first place, right? So you cannot say for the customers. It's always like
Now I'm
Like
saying,
the person said, happy customers, happy business.
no, I'm not saying for the customer, as in like the customer don't matter. I'm saying for the customer, I'm saying like irrelevant of them, diversifying the company is always good. Because listen, in the stock market, what do they tell you? Diversify your portfolio. Do you know why? There's only one customer, you, nobody else. It's a customer. Why would you need to diversify if you don't have one customer? Because that one customer benefits from diversification of the portfolio, which is the product.
Mm-hmm.
When it's diversified, when something stupid happens in the stock market, like let's say the housing crashes, or your or the actual name for companies who like do renting and shit like that. But all those companies, all those real estate companies, all those real estate stocks, they got a drop. But guess what? At the same time, the dot-com bubble was going up. So while one is rising, one is decreasing, guess what? You sell your losses and you put in the other one, your money keep going up. It's simple as that. You diversify for a reason.
No, I see what you mean, and I appreciate the example you're trying to draw.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the customers, because the customers are fickle. I think it's the word fickle. They're fickle as fuck. Because the second they might know your company, and the next moment they're boycotting you and don't like your shit anymore. For no goddamn reason, then some other nigga was on Instagram or on YouTube telling them niggas to boycott your shit. So yeah,
I mean,
fuck customers sometimes. Because they're fickle as fuck.
I mean, like, if you think about it, if you are doing something good for the majority, whatever the minority say doesn't have that much value.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
listen. Bro, okay, let's say this. The problem with the minorities are, they're loud as fuck. And sometimes, it's not even the majority don't win, because the majority is silent. Because they're complacent. That's what I'm saying. They're complacent in being the majority. And when they become silent, guess what? The minority starts screaming like a little like a little kid on an airplane. Even the nigga in first class can hear this nigga. And now the nigga in first class is like, yo, think of this shit. I paid for first class, I don't have to hear this shit. Go deal with that little nigga crying in the back. The same way.
See, the thing is,
That's one little baby. And the majority of the people are gonna know. But one little baby is fucking the whole airplane back. Because this little nigga is blind spot. So the minority has a say.
oh no, they have a say.
When they're loud as hell, guess what? Your stock prices drop, your stakeholders get mad at you, and they're the people you actually are beholden to. Like when they're mad at you, you gotta change what you do, and when you gotta change what you do, guess what? The money going in your pocket got an increase, so you gotta spend money on the people in your face. So exactly. For the majority, for the minority. Both of them sucks because they're the customer and they're freaking as fuck. I don't make them happy. I love making them happy. But I also know that part of selling to them is I gotta acknowledge the fact that they're fickle, and sometimes they will go against you no matter what you do, which is why you diversify.
That's the thing about business, though. It's like the objective is selling to the customers, right? So you create a
No. The objective is to maximize.
yeah, profit, yeah, blah blah blah. But your profit doesn't come without the customers. So you need people to buy your shit in order for you to make profit.
You don't need people to buy your shit. You can have other companies buy your shit.
They still
Amazon Web Service.
They still people.
No, it's a company.
No, they still customers buying your shit.
Yeah.
But so you still need them.
I'm talking about people. When I say customers.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
If I'm purchasing a company, I'm saying clients.
but same difference.
No.
Yeah,
One is prickle and annoying. One is less prickle and annoying. I'm gonna lie to you. They're both annoying. They're both annoying. But still, one of them is less. Because one of them is bounded by a bunch of red tape, which they have laid out already, a bunch of contract and obligation that they have already set, which there are penalties to get out of. The company, I call it the client. If I had to choose whether to deal with people or companies, I would choose companies every time. Because by the time they get to telling me to fuck off, They got to get 100 people to consistently look at their pockets, look at their options, and choose to tell me to fuck off. And when they fuck off, pull out the paper and be like, yo, nigga, you see this shit right there? It said, when the client tell me to fuck off, the client is required by law to pay me X amount of money for the losses that I will incur by them telling me to fuck off. You can't tell the customer that shit. No. The customer is not the guy that buy your shit anymore. The client, they're forced to buy your shit, but they pay you either way. So in the end, they're more likely to usually buy your shit than they're contractually obligated to do so.
You know, that kind of business belong in the black market. No way else.
But let's say I'm in a manufacturing business and I'm manufacturing chips for Intel. When they come to me and be like, yo, Charles, no, when I'm working, they're like, yo, Intel, guess what? You know the nigga Mark, I know he's doing you guys chips right now, right? He delivers you guys about 50,000 chips every year. Guess what? I can do 50,000 chips plus any extra you need at 75% of the cost because my company structure allows me to provide the same quality at a lesser price. The nigga's like, you know what? I like Mark. Mark been doing us good. We're not gonna say fuck Mark. We have a deal with Mark. What we're gonna do is we're gonna still have the same deal with Mark. We're gonna increase our market to, let's say, Russia. And we're gonna have you provide the chips for Russia. That would be like 25% of our whole total sales in total for the company. I'm like, okay, here's the contract. The contract says they are obligated for the next year to buy that amount from me. I don't care what they do with it after that. Now, what I can do is keep my end of the bargain. I manufacture the chips and I send it to them. Now, let's say I happen to, let's say, be a terrible ass person, even though I'm a good boss. And I beat on my wife. Like, absolutely brutalized her. Like, the whole has to be in the hospital, they're feeding her to her neck. Brutalized. And everybody's like, Answer, how the fuck you do business with a company or with a nigga like this who's doing this stupid shit? Stop buying that shit, nigga. Intel is like and then Intel prices start dropping and shit. Cause like, I'm not an American company, I'm an offshore company. And they like, shit. If we don't fall to the public pressure, this shit's gonna keep going down. We can't have that. I have to cut you off. Fuck. Right here it says if we do end up not buying the thing, we gotta pay the price for 75% of it. And we still don't get the amount the 75%. We only get to keep the amount that was already said. Now they gotta say. So our price is eventually up to this amount if you stay in business with them. But if you cut into with them or stock will bounce back to like for what it lost, and we can get it back in the next 2 months. But we still got to pay the niggas X amount of money, and we won't be able to deliver to the new market. So now, before they can even go to come talk to me, they gotta be like, yo, Mark, we found ourselves in a pickle, brother. We're willing to give you more money than necessary for you to give us X amount. That way we can still provide for Russia. If you're like, I would love to, but you have to give me X amount. And that X amount is more than the amount they would have lost from staying in business with me. Hey folks, we have a contractual agreement with them. We won't be renewing it. But if the amount you're telling them is like, it's like, yo, here's your money, we're not gonna work with you anymore. Mark is a good fellow, he hasn't beat on his wife yet. We're gonna work with him. Screw off. In that case, guess what? I didn't have to deliver the full day, but I get 10% of the money, which means my profit is exponentially more than what it was going to be for that year.
So, from a business standpoint, what does that mean for your business? Going forward. See, you make the profit for like now.
Yeah.
But you're not thinking about the future, right? Mm-hmm. Not at all.
No. This is the care for the future. It's talking about the immediate consequences of what's happening. right now in the moment, they can't do anything. They gotta look at all the options before they come to me.
Okay.
And they
No,
they look all of them out in the moment.
I understand what you're saying, man.
Now,
The thing is about when you start in the shit, I don't like talking about business. I can business sometimes.
okay, let's go. Let's talk business. Let's get this live going. Okay, live is going.
So when you're striking a deal with like between companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like bylaws that you both have to agree on.
Uh-huh.
Now, how do you hide that in the blueprint?
You're not hiding it. They know it. You can physically write it in there, and they won't care for it because they're expecting a great business relationship.
They won't care for it, or they not expecting you to do something.
They're not expecting you to break it. They're not expecting you to break it.
From a business standpoint, and I intend on running my own business.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a possibility. It's 50-50.
Listen. Even in the bylaws, you don't expect your person to break the bylaws, which is why they will go to you to ask you if you can do it. But the bylaw itself, like there it is. If you're doing business with a company, how would you feel the company would say like, you know what? We told you we wanted X from you, and you started production of X things, but fuck it. All the shit you started manufacturing for us, we're not gonna buy it from you, we're not gonna pay you, fuck you. How would you feel?
I mean, like,
that means everything you already start building is not completely lost in inventory. You gotta find a way to scrap, reuse, or resell it. Because you can't sell it to the original person.
no,
That's why there are actual penalties for breaking a contract.
Yeah.
Even though there are bylaws. The bylaw said, nigga, if you do this, you don't get your money. If I do this, you get the money.
no, that's the thing I'm saying, man. If I'm a business and you're saying like, whatever, this and that happened. If I wanna break this contract, I have to do this and that and pay this and amount.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from a businessman, I'm a businessman. From a business standpoint, it's like that's not gonna benefit me. Although I wanna expand like to Russia,
It's not gonna benefit you. Listen, if expense to Russia,
like the contract that I'm signing is not benefiting me. Though if I expand to Russia, my capital will like expand like I don't know 10.
let me explain to you why you take the deal. Because expanding to Russia will get you $100. However, if something happens and you break the contract, guess what? You only lose about, let's say, $25. And guess what? You have $25 to spare anyways.
If you say that, then it's like a list. Like you gotta do a risk analysis.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Before they even sign the contract, they will do a risk analysis. But the thing is, it is still written in the bylaw that they have to follow. However, when you're dealing with customers, the agreement of them buying your shit is not written by law. If a nigga buy your shit for 100 days straight, and then say, fuck you and don't buy it ever again, you can't say shit like that.
I mean, yeah.
By the company, if you have a reason that they have to buy it for 101 days, they buy it for 100 days, they pay you for the next day. Even then, they might have to pay you more because they didn't buy the last day. Think about it. It's always beneficial to work with companies where there are set laws that are written than customers where basically beholden to their own will and frivolous.
Man,
Listen,
it really depends on the type of business that you're in.
okay, let's say healthcare. Listen. You know what my friend's business model is when the company treat you like a business. That's like insurance. When you sign an insurance policy, guess what? They force you to ask to pay the first 12 months. Usually first 6, but some companies do 12, depending on your credit score. Guess what? If you get that insurance, they keep your money.
Nah, insurance is a scam.
No, listen.
I'm there to say insurance is a scam. I have insurance. Right?
You see, if you cancel it, guess what? They keep your money.
Yeah.
And that's why I like insurance.
Insurance,
Like a
man,
fucking
if you wanna do a scam, pyramid scheme is nothing compared to insurance. I still don't understand the notion of I haven't been in an accident in the last 5 years and I ain't get shit back. You know? Like this.
It's a bottomless well. So all the money you throw in there or contractually obligated to stay in there.
So, now, if I have the need for it, you know what I'll do next? I'll buy a full ride, walk out the parking lot, leave the bitch.
Okay, first of all, unless you buy that Ferrari, can't guess what? That Ferrari dealership will require you to get full coverage.
Oh, yeah.
Because
There is full coverage. But the thing about the full coverage is, it's not what we put on the price of a full ride.
listen, when I hear the good thing about that shit, I'm pretty sure, like,
Yeah, they have a lot of liabilities.
no, certain cars, they have special insurance for that costs more than regular insurance.
I know. But like, still, if you let that shit,
And also,
you pay for that shit.
even though it's called full
But don't do that.
listen, even though it's called full coverage,
It's not full
there's an amount, there's a certain amount.
You have to give for them to access your phone. I know. I've been in there.
Like I said, unless you can get your customers to sign on a piece of paper, you're bewildered, you're beholden to the fickleness and the will and whatever lackadaisical whims they have.
Yeah.
Which is why I
Because, like,
say for the customers, I like to sign the paper. I don't hate them or anything, but like, I want it to be written and not you have to do this because I'm gonna do this. But I create this product. I'm trying to get the best product ever. And when I'm selling it to you, I want you to love the product when you buy it. And I also want to make sure you can't be a fucking dickhead. And just not stop buying my product anymore. And if you do, I want money because I spent the effort in that shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
But
that's like when you going in business, you have to read the footnotes, the footprint, the blueprint, everything. You know, like if your business have $100,000 in it, get a lawyer, man.
Get a lawyer.
Yeah, just pay them $10,000 out of that 100,000,
Or,
so you can just go do it.
or you know what you could do is offshore your company's profits.
Well, there's benefit to that. There's downside to that too.
If you get caught, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But if
Big
you
time.
but if you don't get caught, guess what? You gotta pay the taxes. You gotta worry about the IRS. Nobody gotta know you're rich.
Something bad. Yeah, I was watching.
I mean, fresh as hell. Different. Shit. Hey. Yeah. Anyway,
Let's go. You can pick anybody.
let's
What
go.
picks?
Let's go back to the auto selling. This second one says 6 tips on how to close more sales. Speak with confidence and passion. We talked about that already. Confidence. Without confidence, whatever you're saying, they won't believe you in. And if you don't believe you can deliver, they won't buy it from you. Passion. I feel like passion, like, only gets you over. It's like a clutch, you know. When like it's like a clutch. You know those people who be playing game like this. And when the game start getting serious, they go like this. I feel like a clutch. You should be as good as here as you are here. And when you start trying to depth to passion and trying to emotionally rise it by using your own personal emotion, well into the part of emotional manipulation, and people have certain feelings about that.
Man,
So
it
how
really depends on how you do it. Some people are really good. That's why practice it make perfect, right? The more you practice, the better you are. You can manipulate, like, say you just start. They expect to manipulate a vet, like me, who don't buy shit. That's what it's. But like, if you continue to practice and you get better at it, One day, to me and sell me some bullshit, and I end up buying it. That's a lie. Buy shit. But see what I mean? Practice. You'll get better. And get good.
Back to focus. Yeah. So second, it says speak less and listen more. We talked about that. You need to understand your customers. It says ask questions to know about them. That's free. That's about getting to know them. Let's see, find out the pain point or what is the requirement. Basically, you have to know what is the sticking point, what is the must, and what is the I want. You know?
Yeah.
And when you're selling it. And then it says ask them how soon they would like to solve this problem. I like this word right there because it allows you to take a product that you could sell for $10 to $100.
Yeah, like,
Does
depending on the level of urgency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because if I walk up to a nigga right now, I'm like, yo, G, I need a Mercedes-Benz 2000X. Let's say I want to do a brand new car build. Yo, I want a new car build that's like a Charles X5. This requirement, this requirement, this requirement. Then it's like, yo, I can comfortably fit you in my schedule and get you this car in 6 months. Nigga, I'm going to this place right there for this race. I need this car. Read. This nigga can look at me and be like, so, the original price I was gonna sell you this car is $1,000. But seeing as you only done in 6 months, I'm willing to put you in front of my manufacturing line as first thing tomorrow. Start production first thing tomorrow. If you're willing to increase the price you're willing to pay for it, I'm possibly willing to do that. If you're willing to give me a down payment of the original price, and then you'll have to pay me an additional, let's say, $4,000 when I get it to you, you know? And now, that time decrease or me getting shit faster, that allows him to increase the price X amount, whatever he wanted it to be. And I like that because when the customer tells you there was something in 5 years, or there was something now, you're allowed to shift the price range to what it needs to be. Because it also gives you more time too. Because like you're not gonna have to like cancel or pause the things you're doing right now. You can do that at your own time. So not only will they be paying for your urgency, they'll be paying for their own. But somewhere it's escaping sometimes. Somewhere it's escaping me sometimes. They're not only paying for you to be urgent, they're also paying to be life easy. So yes, always trying to figure out the timeline that people have. And once you have that timeline, you can shift it around, move it around, and manipulate it around to your own benefit. And please, folks, we've said the word manipulate a lot on this podcast. Do not
go crazy.
No.
Hey, I said do not go crazy.
Nigga, go crazy for all I do. All I can do is shit. But do not try to put a negative spin on the word manipulating. When I'm using that word, I'm using it in the most neutral sense possible.
Yes.
Manipulating. To move things around to your edge. Shifting as you see fit. Okay?
Why that's a negative way.
Regardless. I don't care. Regardless. When I say manipulating feelings, you can make somebody happy, you can make them sad. Regardless. Manipulating is not the right word. Don't get your pennies and boxes tied up in a notch. And if you don't have any, don't get your pants all tied up, folks. Let's see, there's one last one that I like. Okay, so I can do it right here because this one encapsulates everything we've gone over in the podcast. It goes as follows. Number one. Wait for them.
Yeah, don't sell logic. Sell emotions. Alright. Big vibes. Alright.
Yo, man, can you get a snapping applause for number one?
Alright.
Let's see.
That's it.
Number two.
Speaks for itself.
Remember when I gave feedback on that when he said it. He said, don't let your prospect lead the conversation. Yes and no. don't take it wrong. The same way I said, don't take selling your dream wrong. Don't take this line wrong. When it's saying don't let your prospect lead the conversation, it's not saying don't allow them to talk. It's saying be the one who's dictating what the conversation is about. Okay? Don't let them run out to some random place. If you're talking to this person and you are selling them a car, unless you really want them to talk about playing because you're trying to buy time. Like if your boss is like getting some papers ready or changing like their information and you're trying to spend time, you're trying to waste time so your boss can get the information back to you so you know what they're qualified for. Do not let them ramble on about the love for planes. Nobody give a fuck about the love for planes. Nigga, you buying a car. Okay? I don't give a fuck if you love planes. But my boss gonna take 10 minutes to figure out if you can even lend you the money. So talk about planes. Talk about you going scuba diving. Talk about the 5K marathon you did and how it was the greatest experience of your life.
Yeah, that's called diversion.
Distraction.
Yeah, so it's like, you know that the boss is gonna come back out of the office with a stick to stick up his ass. But you don't want him to think about See, you don't want him to think about how long the stick's gonna be. So, what do you do in that situation? Hey, do you have any kids to help you carry that stick? Like seriously, just know when to use it, when to like switch up the topic.
Right? Back to what you said in the 10, one of our favorite things for the on board. Peer forward when close, or peer close when forward. Diversion. When the thing you're spread out, be congested. When you're congested, be spread out.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You need to buy sometimes. On board is talking about whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to get your boss to get the information on how much money this guy can actually afford to buy this car.
Yeah.
Someone wow with his imagination. You saw this girl, and okay, let's say you're being a wingman, and your boy is like with the other girl trying to get her back to their place and shit. I want a friend to talk about anything she wishes, as long as it doesn't bring you backwards. That is the only how to say that. You are allowed to listen, like when you're trying to like to go by. When you're trying to like I forgot the thing to say in movies when people are trying to like take up time. Like when you're trying to take up time for something to happen, I don't want to talk about anything except the stuff that will bring you back. In a situation where you're talking to the friend of the girl who your friend is talking to, do not under any circumstance allow her to badmouth your friend or think ill of your friend. The thing she ate today, what story she wishes to tell you, irrelevant. But listen to it anyways. Allow her to waste her own time. Okay? To the employee, but also, if you're in an interview and the person is trying to like do something that's completely meaningless, or you assume to be meaningless, it is within your right to directly link it back to the fact that I'm here for a job. You're not the right candidate for the job, sir. Because I think once I was in an interview, and like I'm pretty sure I was the best candidate just by seeing who they hired.
Oh man, if they hired someone else, you are not the best candidate.
No.
I'm just saying.
No,
you might have the qualification, but you are not the best candidate.
I know I take like a few qualities like facts wise. Look at that.
See, that's the thing. Number one, Do not sell logic. Do not sell facts. They don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
Take care about the emotions.
That's
Are
what
you
I'm
emotional? No. So you didn't fit for the position. But you need some emotion on that side. Hey, I'm just feeling.
I know. What I'm saying is factually, I was better than that guy.
So you're not a good salesman.
But in the interview process, when this nigga went away, I indulged him in his completely awareness of things that are off topic and not related to the job in any shape or form. And our conversation of things that are unrelated to the job, that's what made a few for a while. Because I was answering his questions in the best way possible until I let him go away. In that case, I allowed him to run amok. And him running amok, he decided to go backwards. And I did not have a firm grip on the conversation to personality. I was back to the horse analogy. The horse is allowed to run wild as long as the horse is going toward the water. Anytime the horse tries to go back, we're going forward. See, bro, how many times have we talked about this horse analogy? The horse analogy is too perfect. Don't let them lead the conversation. Always be the one leading it, even when you are perceived to be the interviewee. Because to lead the conversation also have to be the person to have the most authority in the room. And in that sense, them to think that they have the authority over you, or being the one who firmly has the conversation at hand. That's the number 3. You got this one?
What is it?
It says push emotional triggers and find out where it hurts. Basically, okay, so number 3 said push emotional triggers and find out where it hurts. By that, it's saying if somebody say ow, 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 it hurts. What you do is you start applying pressure. You start pressing buttons. And when you
this one, no. This one, no. This one.
oh, you hit your knees, my boy. There's something for that. We're gonna wrap it around, put some cold ice pack on it, but tomorrow will be better. Because you cannot sell somebody something if you do not know what to sell them. At that point, what the hell are you doing? You don't know what they want. You don't have a proper.
You don't know what they want. You don't even know what you're selling.
Yeah, and if you know what you're selling, you don't even know what you're selling is what they need or what they even want. In that case, you cannot sell them something they don't want and are not in need of. They might not know they're in need of it, which is why you need to figure out what they are in need of. Which is, I agree with it. You gotta press it till it hurts. Even though sometimes you're the one pressing to make it hurt. Got me up with that one. Woo. I like that one. Okay, 4. You got 4?
I can take this.
Ooh, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, we almost done, but
I know.
I've been out since.
You've been out for too long.
Yeah.
Been out for 7 days.
Alright. Use powerful word and build massive certainty inside customers.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. The dream, because like the dream isn't sold until they believe in the dream. Until they literally reach out to grab the dream is not sold to them. Until they're chasing that dream, the dream is not sold to them. Until they're certain that the dream is achievable, or at least have enough certainty in the dream to think it's plausible, even slightly feasible, you, sir, have not done your job as a salesman. That's what I can say. I cannot. Don't get me canceled.
Go to the next one.
I'll get it next, because this one is basically telling you that you need to make sure that dream is solidified in their mind to the point where if they see while they're sleeping or while they're awake, that dream, they reach for it, they touch it,
Oh yeah.
and then believe it's real.
I'm just gonna lie about it. I ain't gonna say nothing, man. It's just in my head. I can't put it on YouTube. Nah, I'll say it. It's just in my head.
Oh my God.
If I put it on YouTube, this channel will not get canceled. I'll get canceled. So, so yeah, I'll just keep that in my head.
Okay, that's the end of our.
Oh my goodness.
There's one last thing I gotta say about selling though. Look, we're talking about selling, and we're talking about selling, and specifically it was part of this whole podcast about selling dreams. In the process of selling dreams, I remember the great comedian, Caitlin Callan, the old guy who was saying
George Carlin.
yeah, George Carlin. He did this bit about
I'm
the
gonna say kid. I'm offended.
okay. George Carlin had this bit about how to believe in the American dream.
You have to be dead.
No, you have to be asleep, man.
You just gotta be a zombie.
No, it's like the only way for you to actually believe in the American dream is for you to actually be asleep. And the very fact that we're saying selling a dream, we're alluding to the fact that to some extent they are sleeping.
I mean, like, yeah.
So let me ask you this. After this dream is sold, this dream is bought, and this dream occur, at the end of it all, what happened? Do they wake up to see this dream to be what it is? Just false promises? Do they wake up to the actualization that they have reached the dream? Or do they stay asleep and the dream that was sold become a nightmare?
I wouldn't say they stay asleep and the dream that also become nightmare. Some people, when they buy a dream, right, is that they become comfortable with their dream. They become complacent. They don't even bother looking up. They just sleep and enjoy the dream, but they never see reality for what it is. So they just stay in that sleep state. You know. Now, as a seller, you know how you sold the first dream. Now, you know, if you want to sell to that same customer, you got to enter that dream and sell another dream, which I'm good at. But that's a different story
Okay.
for a different day.
So as a seller, do we hold any responsibility in the dream becoming nightmares?
No,
If
for the
you don't-
simple fact that you agreed to buy it. That's it. I'm only here to sell you. Not whatever happened after that, don't matter.
it don't matter, or does it fall on you?
It doesn't follow me, that's why it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't matter to you.
Yes, everything else revolve around me. Don't matter. Like if I sell you a car and you drive out the parking lot and you wreck the car, right outside the parking lot, that's not me.
Mm-hmm. That's them. They break the car.
Yeah.
But more, in our scenario, they buy the car from you.
I'm getting paid.
You get paid. There's nothing wrong with the car when you drive it in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
You drive it home. On the way to work the next day, the car breaks down. The wheels fall off. The engine drops to the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and the shit doesn't work anymore. That's what happened when the end of that dream when it becomes a nightmare.
See,
At that point, do you hold any responsibility for selling the faulty car?
well,
Selling that dream.
you're gonna have to find that information now. Right? Say you're a guy. You come to the car lot and you get a car.
Mhm.
Perfect condition, you sign the
You
paper.
think it's in perfect condition?
Yeah. Huh?
You think it's in perfect condition?
No, it is in perfect condition because
Then
when
you
you
buy-
sign the paper,
Then you didn't buy a dream.
huh?
If it's in perfect condition, you didn't buy a dream.
No, the condition to the dream is perfect. Whatever happens next in that dream, that's the imperfect part, right? So if you come to the lot and you buy a car,
Mm-hmm.
you drive it. The next day the car broke down, the wheels fell apart, the steering wheel gone, you know, all that. There are different factors that affect that situation, right? Say, I don't know, you got a crazy ex, and she pull up, you in the bed with another, and she take the anger. That's what happened, you know? That's the fact that I impacted the dream. The dream I saw you was perfect.
Okay.
The other fact is I don't have nothing to do with it. Because you're gonna pay me.
Okay, then let's say this. Let's say from the logical purely material something speaking. Let's talk about an emotional self. Let's say this fellow. Let's let me not get this because that's too close. Okay, let's say this guy pull up to this girl, tell her a dream about how they're gonna be together forever. Basically like the baby and dying lady situation. Do you know of it?
Nope.
Can you hear it?
Nope.
Okay. So let me try to course correct it without even knowing it. Let's just say the baby soul down the lane, this wonderful dream how they're gonna be together forever, they're in love, how he's never gonna leave her, how they're always gonna be together in love, yada yada yada, all the good shit, you know? The dream, the whole
what?
the whole package. And what she is, she buys it. She didn't buy it at a regular price, she bought it at an auction. Which means there were other people bidding for it. And the price for that thing just kept going up and up until nobody else but her was willing to bid for it.
Okay.
So she paid an extreme amount for it.
Okay.
And now, her little silver at the end of her dream, she got bit by the nigga. And the nigga proceeds to say, "Man, I'm paying you. You're a professional side chick now. You're my main bitch." Basically now, the whole dream is crashing down. This shit is a nightmare. This nigga told you he loves you, he adores you, you're his whole world, you're gonna have kids together, you're gonna make your family together, and then the nigga calling you a professional side chick.
Okay.
To that, would you say the baby have any responsibility in that? Selling her this whole dream, having her buy into it, and then watching how he himself pull the rug beneath her feet, having her fall to the worst nightmare possible.
What you have to understand is, from a seller's standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
your idea is to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Consequences, responsibilities do not fall on you. Because I'm telling you, you buy it. You have a choice. I'm not forcing on you. Right? I didn't like buy this or you did, you know?
No, but you're like, hey, this is the best deal you'll get. This is the
It is the best deal you'll get. I'm the best nigga on the planet for you.
That wasn't true. That came out to not be true in the end.
At that moment it was because she believed it.
Yes, what I'm saying is,
That's all it is. That's the whole conclusion.
what I'm saying
At
is,
that moment, in that instant, for her, I was actually the best thing for her. And she bought that. And that's the conclusion.
but listen though, in the USA, sometimes when the companies sell the product and it damages people, let's say like this,
Oh, you want to recall?
yeah, the recall. After the recall, the company has to proceed on to pay any damage that was due for them selling them the product. So to that point, isn't there any responsibility in the people selling the dreams when that dream doesn't come to fruition and the person who bought the dream end up with a nightmare?
That's a contract.
What
That's a contract.
do you mean? The contract is never written.
The contract is, with her, is I'm selling you a dream and you buy it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no return policy. There's a return policy. We simply say no return. You know? So, like, the only thing is you get the gene, whether you're happy with it, you have to take it because at the end of it, there's no return. That's the same thing. It's like he was selling her a dream. I'm the best thing on the planet. We can build this wonderful family. And, you know, and at the end of it, you just didn't come through, right? That's the thing about a dream, right? And not for it to come true, you have to work for it. Now, you say she got a baby, right? You call it the best baby, like a side piece, like a baby mom, right?
Basically.
So part of the dream was fulfilled. Like said.
Oh my lord. There's a part of the but that is the very reason why the dreams become nightmare. Because the dream was sweet and beautiful until it suddenly wasn't.
Okay,
Suddenly you realize all the stars that you saw in the sky that were shining, or meteorites coming to hit you and kill you.
no.
That's the dream.
Okay, see the thing is, when you make plans, just because you plan it out perfectly, you try to visualize every scenario where it can go on and try to have something before or back, right? Say life happened and something happened, you didn't actually, the way you plan it out, your fallback plan didn't fall through. What do you do in that situation? It's the same thing for like that situation, right? Say, I promised you that I'm the best guy for you on the planet. And I want to build a relationship with you. I want to build a family with you. I want to take you on a shopping spree and vacation out in Bali. Okay? Right? But for some reason, along the path, while I was doing the best I can with you to fulfill that dream, something interfered. Bad bitch.
Just any other thing to say, you just bad bitch.
Like, you see a bad bitch, right? Now, the thing about the bad is that you see it, you want it, but it's not part of the dream. Like, you don't see that bad thing as part of the dream, but it's interfering with the dream. Because you know, if you go on and screw that like that, and then the chances of you going back to the dream is gonna impact the dream one way or another. Whether she gets jealous or she's completely gone. Right? But in your head, you probably thinking like, man, I remember the first day I saw her out there and she why? I wonder if it's still true. Because if it is, that means I can back now and go back there. You know? I can go ahead and screw that and still go back to that. So it's like when you were selling the dream, it's like how much is she did with the dream, right? Why did she buy the dream? Because like there's a reason behind why she bought the dream.
Because it made her feel like that was the best dream she would ever have if she fell asleep to it.
Okay, so and
That's what you might.
no, that's from her. That's from her. Like she have to see the thing about a dream is when you're buying it, always try to be in the active state, never the passive state. Because when you're in the passive state, I can manipulate and take advantage of it. If you're active and I'm selling you a dream and you choose to buy it, that's because you see all the benefit in that dream and you waited out all the bad that can come in that dream and you still want to go through it. And that's what she did. She was in the passive state and she bought the dream. Now she wondering why this nigga is flaking right now. It's your fault. You to blame. Okay? I'm just saying, hey, it's all it is. That's what I mean.
Oh my lord, man. I love it. And my boy, NetflixDon just told y'all in the longest way possible. Ladies, all the ladies who watch the Wednesday podcast who rock with us. Let me turn this into the gal section. What he told y'all right there is a little thing y'all should learn.
Yeah.
When y'all been sold a dream, there's nothing wrong with buying it. Just like we're saying, there's nothing wrong with selling it. However,
best coochie out there. Yeah, back to what you're saying.
as I was saying, ladies, there's nothing wrong with buying the dream, there's nothing wrong with selling the dream. And when that dream doesn't come to fruition, there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all need to start learning to lucid dream. Basically, that is the ability to control your dream as you're having it all the time. So when a nigga tell you the dream, you need to not just be a passive participant in that dream now. You need to become an active participant. You need to get active. Get reactive. That's what you said a while ago, right? Y'all niggas need to be intent with that dream, making sure that whenever that dream ends, before it becomes a fucking nightmare, you can get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Danny Lay situation. She should have never, ever allowed that baby to come to life until there was a ring in the finger.
Man, it could still be a lemon in the finger. Shit.
Remember what I said a while back about my contract, nigga? Remember what I said my contract, my nigga?
I mean, like, a big, what was it? I mean,
There's a difference between the baby mama and the baby's mother. When people put the ring on there, the nigga can't call you his baby mama. That's his baby's mother. You are officially his ex-wife. In most cases, nigga gotta pay your alimony, take care of the child full time, or for the most part, and you can still get 50% of his shit. That's fuck you to him. So, true. Exactly. So when y'all niggas buying this dream, don't buy it as it comes. Additional bonus to it. And don't just settle for the low that he's willing to give you. Because niggas will concede a lot of things. If his goal is 0.5 and he's telling you a 1 for the dream, because you wish for a 1, this nigga will, for the most part, will concede a lot of things to get to the 0.5. And then, you know, the thing I like about niggas is, they'll do 0.5, and then they'll put a little work. He got a 0.6. You're like, oh my God, he got the 0.5. He's all good. Oh my God, that's 0.6. You guys have to put a little more. He'll be like, hey, I'm about to get some cigarettes from the store.
hey, I'm getting tired of this shit.
Yo, this is the Morning Session podcast brought to you by the Morning Session Studio. Again, this is the art of sale, the way to sell dreams, the way to sell yourself,
Sell hope,
selling in general.
selling dreams, selling hopes, feelings, selling.
Yes. And remember, if you are part of this session, remember, you can't be the one selling and buying dreams at the same time. So all my niggas out there, get your games up. All my guys out there, when you buying that dream, start learning how to lucid dream, y'all.
And for all the business and entrepreneurs out there, like myself,
Learn how to read a fucking contract.
yes. Read, nigga.
Read the fine print. Read.
Exactly, bro.
Read.
Exactly.
Anyway, this has been the Morning Session podcast brought to you by the Morning Session Studio. My name is O'Brien Style. And over here I got next to me.
Out of here. Out of here.
What's the name, my G?
My G, they don't know my name right now. Then you should subscribe and like, share with your friends.
Exactly.
No.
My boy NetflixDon is telling y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us, is there anything in silly that we missed? Anything you'd like to point out that
Oh, we missed something.
we missed? What?
How to sell this section. How to sell this section.
How?
Share with your friends.
Yes.
Like,
Comment.
subscribe.
Indeed.
You know,
And go follow us on our social media.
very basics.
Indeed.
Yes.
How basic is that? So basic. If you're not that basic, you got a problem. Because you have to be basic before you get to the upper level.
What you have to understand is, while you're watching us, you can just click the like button.
Indeed.
The subscribe button.
Indeed.
Share.
Type a little thing in your eye. You're texting your friend 24/7. I love you.
Tell me what you find funny.
Yes. What the hell is? What fucking the
What did we miss?
What about brilliant?
What can we do?
Indeed.
How can we improve this work?
How do we get better?
I know.
How do we get funnier?
I know.
Who would like to see come back on the
I
podcast?
know. Talk to us.
Where companies
You, the customer, stay engaged with us.
Exactly.
Because if you don't tell us what you need, we can supply what you need.
And if you don't tell us what you need, guess what? When we don't have anything that we feel like we want to talk about, indeed, we're not going to record anything. If we don't record anything, we can't post anything. If we don't post anything, y'all niggas can get this session, this hilarious, funny, educational content that we provide to you every almost week.
Exactly.
Gotta put almost there because I'll be slacking sometimes.
Tell us, what topic do you want us to focus more on?
You want to cover bitches, money, business, how to get more fucked, how to up your game,
How to get a job?
how to invest,
How to get a job?
how to get money,
Get a job. You need a job.
how to get free head from a bitch.
Stay focused. You know?
We can do this all.
Just tell us
We about it all.
what your interest.
We about everything.
You know?
We about it all.
How can we not only attract you, but your friends to the channel?
And your friends to the channel.
Exactly.
How do we get more girls to join the session? Because I know we have a few of y'all. So all y'all gals, drop a comment. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you know about the session? What do you find that offends you about the session? So I don't know offend y'all.
Oh no, I know that. But the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
the session,
Don't stop.
it's not for us.
It's for you.
You.
And the merch that we're going to be bringing out around January,
It's for you.
indeed. You might
The
say
knowledge that we drop
it's for you.
is for you.
Indeed.
So, with that being said, stay tuned. See, if you click the subscription button and the bell notification, you'll know when the next one is dropping.
You're going to get one every week. I promise you.
Do it.
That's why we're doing lives.
Just do it.
All this equipment,
Do it.
it costs money.
Just do it.
So subscribe.
It's okay.
So like. So comment.
It's okay.
Okay.
Now that one.
Uh-huh.
Just click it.
Is it still red?
That like.
Why is it red?
Just click it.
Make it green.
Just click it.
Yeah, nigga.
Do it.
I see you.
Just do it.
Click on the blue
It's
button.
okay.
Click on the like button.
Don't
Make
be
it blue.
scared.
Fuck it. Make this right.
Don't
Make this like button blue too.
Don't be scared.
Do it.
Don't be
I
scared.
dare you, little bitch.
Don't be scared.
Exactly.
It's okay.
You won't do it.
Just do it.
That pussy.
Just do it.
That won't do it.
Yeah, do it.
That little bitch.
I have faith.
I don't.
I believe in my faith.
How do you say fuck it?
And this is the Morning Session Podcast brought to you by the Morning Session Studio. I'm NetflixDon.
And I'm Orion_News. Stop.
And it's night time, everybody. Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with your family. Enjoy the night time. Have a nightcap. Not too much, you know, be responsible.
And while you're in Thanksgiving, be right. Dreams. Sell dreams.
Yes.
Goodbye.